Hello everyone, welcome back sa ating YouTube channel, and today I just wanted to give you an update of yung ating mga imported na succulents. Ano na ba ang itsura nila after 1 month and 2 months under our care. I put my succulents dito nga sa area na may full sunlight. Ayan. It's about 9 AM in the morning and ayan na nga yung araw. And also in this area, may mga imported succulents din tayo and we will be gathering them one by one maya-maya. Succulents. So lahat ng ito are my personal na collection, and since nga na nag-start tayong mag-import and benta ng mga imported succulents, I myself cannot resist the temptation of buying this na mga imported succulents. So as of the moment, I have siguro we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I already have 10 na imported succulents, and what I usually do every time they arrive is I immediately propagate them. So just in case na nagka-problema yung pinaka-succulent natin, at least we can already have some extra na propagation. And this is something that you can also do with your succulents upon arriving sa inyo. One of my very first na imported succulent was this Grenovia Pandora cluster, and immediately nung natanggap ko siya, I started to behead or ikat nga yung kanyang stem. This one has 13 heads, but now naging 12 heads na lang siya kasi yung isa nilagay ko siya dito, and look at this one now. Yung one head is finally growing so fast. Ayan siya. Before, naka-close lang siya, but right now, it's completely na open. If you're gonna be looking at it, para siyang paper, and it doesn't really look real, and that makes this succulent extra special. And same thing with my other succulents. Like for example here, ito yung ating lawi. Ayan siya. So before I repotted this, nagtanggal na ako ng kanyang leaves. I think I have about 8 leaves. Tinanggal ko yung mga bigger na leaves sa pinaka bottom, and I propagated them, including our bluebird. This bluebird is bigger nung dumating siya, but since I think removed about 10 to 15 leaves sa kanya, it became smaller, but that's gonna be fine since doing well naman na itong ating bluebird. Is actually well established na, and there's already a complete resistance if we are trying to move it around. And lastly, ano pa ba yung na-propagate ko? We have these variegated titubans. Isa ito sa mga succulent na talagang nagandahan ako when I first saw it, and I decided to buy one head for myself, and I remove multiple na leaf sa kanya, and ganito na nga yung itsura nung aking mga propagate ng kanilang leaves. So these ones are our variegated titubans. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have removed 7 leaf, and all of them are already rooted. Ayan, and they also have those tiny offsets na nakikita ninyo. Ayan siya. So at the tip, ayan yung kanyang pinaka offsets. I have here our lawi as well. Ayan, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 8 na leaf na sila. May mga roots and may mga tiny na growth. Ayan, so yung nakikita nyo parang mga nakabukol doon, those are the actual na offsets. And lastly, we also have our bluebirds here. Ito na yung may mga growth. Yung mga wala pang growth, hindi ko pa sila nilagay dito since I am actually misting this area every night, and we're gonna be doing misting only sa mga succulents natin na may mga roots na. Yung ating medium na ginamit dito is just pure na cocoa peat. Ayan, and right now, ito nga yung pinaka-latest ko na purchase. Ito yung ating Graptopetalum amethystinum. Ayan siya. So it's been more than 2 weeks since dumating siya, and until now, I haven't potted it. Kaya medyo nag-ethiolate na siya. Although it's not really that late. Look, nagkakaroon na siya ng flower doon. So nung dumating ito, it has a lot of parang offsets already. 1 and 2, and we have this tiny offset. So ang ginawa ko is binihead ko sila, tinanggal ko sila since I will be propagating this one. So naka-air dry na rin sila for about 2 weeks, and we are now ready to repot them. Yan, so including this leaf, we will be propagating them. I have already prepared a soil mix dito, and dito nga natin siya ilalagay. Yung soil mix na ginamit ko dito is a combination of yung ating cocoa peat, vermicompost, and I added some pumice stones. If you want it to be more well draining, then you can add more pumice stones. It would now really depend on you kung anong klaseng soil mix yung preferred niyo, but this one is something that I'm usually doing. I will be doing an updated na soil mix guide, and I will be showing to you yung ratio nung paggawa ko ng aking mga soil mix, since I'm using 3 different kinds of soil mix. Depende yan sa succulent na alagaan ko. So this one will turn into pink once dressed na siya, and hopefully in the next coming months it will turn into this pink color once established na siya. And here sa pinakababa, we have 2 offsets again na tumutubo sa kanya. Before I completely cover ng soil yung pinakababa niya, nakikita nyo ba yung pinakababa? Ayan, so yung parang white doon na maliliit are the roots, yung new roots nitong ating amethysthinum. So finally, we are done with our ami. So I have, I think, parang 4 leaves na medyo dry since dito sila uminom while waiting for them to be repotted. And also, we will be planting these mga stem cuttings into their own separate pots for propagation nga. Ayan. Ito naman yung ating Renovia Pandora. You would see here, ayan, nag-start nang talagang mag-pink yung kanyang color. I'm really afraid na baka nga infested na yung kanyang dried leaves. And as you know, yung ating mga dried old leaves could be a good breeding ground for our mealybugs or other pests. But luckily, or until now, okay pa naman. Wala pa namang any infestation doon sa pinaka-loob when I tried to check it. And I hope that it would remain or stay that way kahit na hindi tayo naglagay ng fungicide dito. And I don't want to apply any fungicides dito sa ating mga imported succulents sa ngayon. I also have here yung ating clavatum, and as I have mentioned before, it already started to flower. There are a lot of flower stalks and they are all about to bloom. I haven't watered these plant for more than a month na, and you would see nga na ang dami na ring leaves na nag-start ng ma-dehydrate and mag-dry. I haven't tried to propagate this one yet kasi I really made sure na stable siya before we can start propagating. And look at this one. Itong mga stems na to, they can be propagated or they can be beheaded or cut separately as of the moment, kasi doon sa pinakababa nga, ang dami ng bagong new offsets. And I think we were now able to successfully nga na padamihin and establish itong ating imported Sedum clavatum dito sa Pilipinas. And right now, I will be choosing one na stem for propagation. Siguro, I will be choosing this. Ito siya kasi nakalabas na siya. And we will be cutting it here. Ayan, so that's it. I already have one na propagation nitong ating Sedum clavatum finally. And let's try to cut one more. Yung pinipili ko are actually those na nakalabas na sa pot. And there we go. So same thing, we will be air drying this for at least 1 week. And since we beheaded it today, we will be waiting for another 1 week before we can finally soak nga itong ating Sedum clavatum, since we have an opened wound dito. Hindi pa siya nagkalo since we just cut it. And we are afraid na pag nabasa siya or pag diniligan natin sila, especially itong nasa pinakababa, baka bigla siyang mabulok. And that's it. That's how I usually deal with my imported succulents. So yung ating mga imported succulents are a bit pricey, and sayang naman if they won't survive in the long run. Kaya as early as now, you can start propagating them. The moment you receive your succulents, you can start propagating them like I do para may mga reserve tayo. And syempre, since I'm doing a business, my purpose is locally propagating these succulents para in the next several months, we can also start selling itong locally propagated na mga imported succulents. And that's all. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You may also visit our Facebook page at Desert Succulent PH.